biso le tozala bana mike. Dallas, malheur à celui qui n'a pas compris. Souka na fait ton série.
It was a série, hein? Moi, quand je suis venue.
Et je suis est-ce que vous voyez dans le
Yeah, because quand on a été la first time, on a
toujours internet, toujours en vacances, toujours là. Après, que tu me fais ça qui combo, biso tu zali, ngana baninga nanga jeta mukuna, Blaise Boita, Chantal Masiala, pauvre Imelda Masiala, tu zali qui est belé, Marie-Fille Louye et Maman Izipa. Tu me fais ça comme famille EWING.
Ah bon?
Famille EWING, oui, parce que tu as famille EWING.
Tu
as été bana bato makasi. Donc tu ok na kino na sko na ne, na sko tu sangani, hein? Tu me fais ça comme famille EWING.
Ah bon?
Bon, famille Langai, bon, toujours c'est là parce que la femme toujours c'est là tout, na biso, tu raté ni ya.
Yeah, first one.
Tu raté mutuka.
Yeah.
Tous les asco bazwa biso pour te visite. Après, bana siko bayebi te, bayebi Dallas te, bayebi pe Donabeja te, parce que faut que tu place batuna Donabeja na Brésil, hein, nangolo Nzambe. Ko ezaka ba sena biso Dallas. Film Dallas. Tozo wela okina Kinshasa ka poto tala Dallas. Ozota la film, ozomaka oui. Yaya, quoi ça? Merci Ndoko. Merci à notre famille. Tu es à Dallas, tu es au Tambola, tu es à Chicago. Alors, chaque fois que tu es à Dallas, tu as l'occasion que l'autre CP est à la place, tu as un film à Dallas. Dallas, malheur à celui qui n'a pas compris. Mais moi, je suis en français. Les
Philippines.
Et dans la Philippine, hein, pour ma race, les Amalingues. Mais si vous avez malheureusement pour la biso, balobi, calabater en gros, bazara peut causer la awa. Dommage parmi, on a mon avis, quatre bazar au Koufa. Oui, mais Bobby Azali, Pamela Azali, Barbara Perzali, n'a mon accord Moubangue. Moubangue, puis dans ma casse, n'a mon photo naïe. En tout cas. Ok, Zambalola, Pambola Bino, Yves Boto t'a demandé.
Oh, hi.
Tonton Yves. Gladys, elle est de l'autre côté. Baro ba éviter, maman Dallas encore c'est quel film? Gabi, oh, ils ont la série na biso. Il y a ça qu'on n'a pas obligé la gueule. Gladys, bateau de quoi, hein?
Well, this is my second time.
Oya mon comprenant, il fallait que mon azala pour expliquer que Oyo Pamela, Oyo Victoria, Oyo JR nazala monter à ma baie. Alors l'inga donné team comme sous na zoba na film on va boire ka JR na mai na piscine. On va boire ka JR na piscine. OK, famille na ngai donc nga sa noka si levi air moko surtout ba do visiter. Papa Victor dine. Tout la siko bien. Famille nanga Zamayola Pambola Bino vous êtes belé Ismaël Saoudien Élie de Dieu Jacques Mambata oh c'est une biso bato kala na kala na bango et kala biso na leo na bango ki kala biso to ya dito makasi la chose c'est dessin oh kala biso na leo na bino ipokalité ya pas match kana biso kitoko makasi et puis qu'il a bino makambo mingi ya kala pe ezate
oh
papa
tika so ba kilelo banda makarape
na kana biso na kitoko makasi kana biso vezaka tout ça pesa donc na bien éduqué donc makambo so kitoko famille EWING oh
oui raison.
Famille EWING ezaka makambo so normal Bobby bro na kuma tata o bazwi photo taka kwa Mobange Bobby bro ba on zali ba acteur principal non mobali ya Bobby bro azali mobali ya Pamela donc to e place ba tuna film à Dallas biso le tozali bana mike tozala pe na ba film na biso wana tozana internat to mi pesaka kombo famille EWING ngala bakamba na ba Blaise Boita ba Jeta Mukuna ba JDC Tu me pèses comme famille EWING parce que tu as ta fille, mais il y a Dallas. Oh là 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 là. Bango Penzat. Dallas EXAUCÉE. Et je suis bien au film. On a vu cette aussi. Dallas, malheur à celui qui n'a pas compris. T'as la Steve, oh JR. Oh JR. Oh kuna Charlène. On a Barbara. Voilà papa bon wana. Bon JR azara motema mabe. Ana olinga bobite. Tala bobi. Tala mo isko différence EXAUCÉE. Awa kuna za jeune kuna koma imo bange.
Okay.
Zambeo. Ya soza mapambo il faut koma ra place oyo. Et parler panika bino na bomwana, bina ba vidéo. Na isko kemba na ngai. Yo tala filmo. De la beige, après que la Brésil. Pour la de la beige, après que la de la beige. Biso kuma biso to mi pesa ko famille EWING l'internat la biso.
You gonna try the hat?
Famille EWING parce que wana dala.
Wow.
You gonna try the hat? Make it the chapeau cowboy.
Chapeau cowboy. Te. Oh, nasu na ya Noël eh.
Yeah.
Funa sumna ya Noël chapeau cowboy na ceinture wana na boot wana. Tu vas visiter ton keleti na bandap na bango ti na salle de bain na bango. To mona on a mis après ce qui 30 ans il y a film. Oui que tu na ya na Dallas na tu parles matin. Papa Pito, au moins les films étaient les bandes au banda. Quand des amis les critiques. Wow.
Yeah. You're gonna see how you call it. Press ba stage na ba chambre na bango and stuff. Yeah. Papa nous parle beaucoup de ça. People.
Dallas, malheur à celui qui n'a pas compris.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Well, plus Babaneko. Plus Babaneko. What you call it? Cool. Yeah. Tobacco boy. Look. How you doing? Good.
How are you?
I like your hat.
Oh, Charlène.
I don't know.
Tell Bobby Brownie, Bobby mobile Pamela. Papa na bango ye wana.
I don't know.
Ye na okumba anokumba kunda mingi.
Yeah.
Et so ba film na binote.
Okay.
Oh Kardashian, biso famille oui.
Natala ko to ba Kardashian te wa. So what? Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is our next. So bako, how you call it? Bako, sa biso ka niti ba salon din nila ka stage, no? Plus ba na ikulia, ba chambre na bango. Punyo si zara ka, ba film si zara ka TV. No, but Nyo c'est la stage, ba tara biloko. Et puis ba film ne to mona rezarate ningi za la raiza za la chambre moko wana bizo mona
ba monter moteur.
Yeah, ezo mona nene na ba video and stuff. Yeah, o mona ngo.
Yeah. Et je sais tous na papa bota ka ya kabo ya uni.
No.
Tous les chapeaux. Oh,
Chapeau, chapeau. Les chapeaux, les athlètes.
Présent, il y a des locaux.
Chapeau.
Ah, t'es dans son médaille, non, ouais. Ouais, au pédale, il y a cowboy. Mais les gars, la papa, va m'en donner là. Eh, mais Bobby a changé, qui j'ai qui tourne ma case. Par rapport à la photo de la chaise qui m'a bandé, c'est différent. Eh, famille Nangaï, Lusamba Elvis, Big Wow. Eh, Bando Nangaï, Nazana détente, comment on a vacances. Mais famille Nangaï, basée dans l'image Nangaï, il y a Bilanga. Ok, bientôt là, soy na zone du Congo. Tozongi la musala ekoli makasi. Moyen te, Marie Chantal, couvre-feu. Tozara na ba couvre-feu, tozara na ba mutuka mo ba no le kaka ba no be boso kingabwa. Wa toza ba na mike. Ba Victor, we ba kingabwa. Mutuka mo we ba no le wa so kingabwa. Yo e kaka ngo. Aiwa. Tout dans la soupe bananique. Biso za soupe tandelo, tu za soupe takala. Mais cannabis ya bito makasi. Eh? Eh? Moite? Moite.
Welcome, Mama. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm here in Dallas.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Since yesterday.
Yesterday. Welcome. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I like Dallas, but Chicago is the good. What have you got here? What are you here? Oh yeah. You want to take picture?
No, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Ok. Nadine, ça va. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Ah, famille Nangaï. Bon, il y a sous la liberté. De l'autre côté.
That's good.
Bano on peut même sous qui dans la teinture, ouais. Famille dans la boulette sont normales, hein. Et je suis sûr qu'on comprend les notes parce que votre la film monté.
J'avais déjà pas compris la première.
Il faut que tu aies YouTube déjà tu.
Mais j'ai pas le temps.
Francis Dibaya, oya moi un héritier. Bonjour. Marie-Jeanne Koto. Zolansona. Ah, merci. Zamba Saka, grâce to kola na okaka. Bishop Edi, nga na etala Dallas, na etala Dallas, film à Dallas, place na Dallas. Ah, toke bon, toke na tokota. Na kota na video.
Na amini bandeli wana pomo na ba photo msusu.
Ah, to na photo msusu. Okay. Donc I give you the phone.
I can record for you.
Ah, okay. Kokata take us.
Yeah.
Kokati?
No, nakati je. I don't want to, but okay, let's go. Oh, I know.
You are the Cameroon. Ah, tu sais quoi que wana? On dit bien Cameroun.
Non, Olobi ma be makasi. Olobi ma be makasi.
Vidéographe. You are a vidéographe. Il a sorti le dessin. On a un sac là. Dallas. Et ben là, on va la bouler. Famille EWING. Ta papa ba moyo wana. Oh. Move.
See?
Oh là là. Bache film, on va dire bache film.
Yeah, this is Dallas.
Dallas, malheureux c'est lui qui n'a pas compris. Dallas, Dallas JR. Oh, bachi mémorial pourquoi akufa? Akufa, j'ai akufa. Oh, la kasi ni babura kai na piscine. Oh, azako jouer bien, toi non bien pour monter à ma belle.
What?
Azako monter à ma belle voilà. Mais babura kai na mai na piscine.
That's about famille.
Famille oui,
Dallas
des
Tree.
Dallas Family Tree. Oh là là.
C'est de 1970.
Oh, la famille massacre, famille WERRASON. Ça la famille WERRASON.
Famille NGIAMA.
Famille NGIAMA, et t'es ma famille WERRASON, t'es maman.
Excuse you? Huh?
Mais il faut ça
T'as chapeau
chapeau JR, Yoko. Oh, oh, Yakufa. Oh. Oh, Yoko. Mais on a moyen une chaise roulante, donc elle sera déjà malade.
No, Mom. Is that kind of...
Non, oh, livre, babini, c'est livre, babini.
No, it's actually que dépend I don't know, ben la série.
Ah, ok, j'ai compris. Donc,
Yeah.
oh, bah, tu es, n'a pas livre, c'est là, bah, série,
Yeah,
bah, jouer.
yeah.
Elle sera une chaise roulante, je me rappelle plus, hein.
Yeah. So, you see?
Lucy's going instead.
Ah.
Mom, yeah, come here. Oh, Mom, come here. Where is she? Where is she? Mom, come here over there. Robia. Come on. So, oh, yango baba neru matira bafunda. You see?
Yango yo, pour voyager, ça va vite, quoi.
Look. Okay. Look.
Oh, Robia, nanite, Lucy EWING. Yewana. Lucy EWING Yewana. Moi, je vais pas faire un film bango.
Vous avez mis colo,
Tu
ma
as mis comment tu as mal habitué?
Vous avez
mis colo, moi je suis ton colis.
Oh my God.
Je suis maman.
Look.
Toi tu es là, donc la cause à ce moment-là.
You guys are too old. See? Okay, so those are the hats that I had no idea.
Quelle Bobby, soit Bobby.
What?
Patrick, qui sont qui du
So
fils
that
de
kind of number, tangi banda ko bima with a journal. Look.
Bon Barbara, na mon Barbara te.
That.
Oh Boutanane.
Oh
Il y
yeah.
a JR, il y a JR.
Like that's another one right here.
Oh non.
Oh yeah, mutanga sinyango pe.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, oops. They're like, oh, okay, here, come here.
Yeah, you should really get it.
See the whole family. Oh, look at the whole family.
Yeah, bazaki famille makasi.
Okay.
Mais na mise en scène.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Bobby Nazaraki.
Vous avez maman, bébé exaucé.
Vous avez maman.
Vous avez, how do we say, vous avez mis pouli.
Tu as mis pouli, tu as mis la biso. Si vous avez mis pouli, là, vous avez mis pouli à moi. Quel est ce que vous avez mis sur
Oh
bébé?
my God. So, the woman okay, I think this is enough.
About me, I love to talk. So if you do have any questions at any time, please don't hesitate to ask. I love answering questions, okay? All right, does everybody understand English? We're all good with English? Awesome, all right, then let's jump in and get started. All right, the history started in 1970, and that's when a family by the name of Duncan bought 200 acres, designed, and built this home. Now, Joe was a professional home builder in the Dallas area, and he was really good at it. But he didn't want to do that anymore. He moved out here with his wife, Natalie, and their 3 young sons so they could race horses. They were pretty good at that, too. We know they sold a lot of horses. But there was one in particular they sold for $1 million. Sold it to a gentleman I think you're all too young to have seen, but some of you may recognize his name, and his name was John Wayne. Some of you are showing recognition there. That's a good sign. All right, so we know Joe was very, very good at what he did. Okay, that was 1970. So we're going to move ahead a little bit to 1978. And that's when Lorimor Productions and CBS came out with a brand new TV show called Dallas. Well, the first 5 shows were not filmed at this location. They were filmed in a place called Box Ranch. And it was in another town not far from here, but it was a bigger house and it had 6 columns instead of 4. Now, I did say was because that house has since burned down, so nobody's going to be able to go find it. But Mrs. Fox had just put in a lot of new landscaping. Well, when they came with the cast, the crew, and all that big equipment, it tore up her new landscaping. That did not make her happy, so she asked them to leave, and they did. They started looking around the area for another big white house with columns, and that's when they found Duncan Farms. So they came up, they knocked on the door, they told Joe what they wanted, and he said no. He had 3 young boys and he wanted to protect them, so Lorimor left. But a little while later, Lorimor came back. This time, just a little bit smarter. They had a man with a briefcase, and in that briefcase was a nice, big, fat check. Well, we have no idea how many zeros were on that check, but it was enough to make Joe say yes. But he did give them 2 stipulations. The first stipulation was no filming inside the house. As I said, he had the 3 young boys wanting to protect them, plus the house is just under 6,000 square feet. So it really wasn't big enough for all the equipment. They went to downtown Dallas. They found a true mansion down there. They went inside, took lots and lots of pictures of it. Back to California, and they recreated that house on their 40,000 square foot soundstage. Now the second stipulation, they could only film June, July, and August. Well, I don't know if any of you have ever been in Texas in the summertime, but it tends to get kind of warm down here. And that summer was no exception. The first day of filming, they're all standing outside in their nice clothes. The director yells, "Action!" And none of the ladies could move. Their heels had melted into the asphalt. It was so warm. So they filmed either early in the morning or late in the afternoon when it wasn't quite so hot. All right, well, that was 1978. Now, by 1980, the ratings are coming down a little bit. They decided they were going to film a cliffhanger. Well, of course, that cliffhanger was Who Shot J.R.? Now, Dallas was shown in 96 countries, 55 different languages. To this day, Who Shot J.R.? It is still the #1 show of all time in the entire world. Now, it is second in the United States, but only behind the very last show of MASH. To the rest of the world, JR is still #1. Well, it just so happens a couple of weeks after that show aired, CBS had an American football game on. And as luck would have it, it was played right here in Dallas. So they decided to combine the two shows. Sounded like a good idea. It just didn't work out that way. At halftime, they started out by playing the Dallas theme music, talking about the cast, and of course talking about Who Shot JR. Well, nobody knew who shot JR. When they filmed that episode, every cast member, including Larry Hagman, was filmed shooting JR, so that way no one could say who did it. Well, they were talking about all of this. There was a young female announcer. Her name was Phyllis George. Now, she was a former Miss America from Texas. So they asked her what she liked best about being back in the area. Well, she made 3 little mistakes. Mistake #1. She said South Fork was a real live working ranch. Mistake #2 said there was a real live family that lived here. Now the 3rd mistake was the biggest one of all. She gave the address. The next morning, half of Dallas was right out there on the Duncans' front yard, bringing flowers and did well wishes to JR. Well, the Duncans were pretty patient people. Over the next 4 years, they had complete strangers come and swim in their pool. They had people stealing their mail as souvenirs. The worst thing of all, people would come up at night and try to take their pictures through the windows. Well, by 1984, the Duncans had had enough. They sold their beautiful home for $7 million. Well, the young man that bought it was a true live Texas oil man from Odessa, Texas. His name was Terry Trippett. Now, while Terry was here, he did some great things for South Fork. He opened up the house for the first time for filming. He allowed visitors in for the first time. He even brought in 3 Waterford crystal chandeliers. Now, 2 of those are in the dining room. They cost him $7,500 a piece. The one in the entryway cost him $17,000. Well, by 1990, Terry was beginning to think that he was the true life JR. So he put the 200 acres and all the buildings up as collateral on a business deal, and he went bankrupt. So the bank came out, boarded up all the doors and windows, fired everybody that worked here, and sent Terry off the property. Now, over the next couple of years, the bank started selling some of the land to get their money back. By June of 1992, we were down to just 40 acres. And that's when our 3rd owner purchased the property. His name was Rex Mon. Now, Rex immediately went out, added 300 more acres. So today, we have 340 acres. Rex also put $500,000 into redecorating the inside of the house. $30,000 of that in wall coverings alone. So with that being said, we're going to start our walking tour. We're going to go right next door so I can show you some of that wall covering. Now I want you to do me a big favor. When you walk through those doors, I want you to holler out in a loud voice where you're from, okay? So come on with me. So, where are you from? Oh, Dallas, all right. Oh, okay. London, excellent, okay.
Chicago.
Chicago, okay.
Dallas.
Dallas, all right. Excellent. Okay. We've got a lot of people from London here today. So we are so glad that you're all here. Now I said Rex put all that money into wall coverings. If you want to touch the walls in here, that is not wallpaper. It is genuine leather.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? This glass table is the actual table where the Ewing sat for breakfast. They had yellow cushions on the chairs, so it did look a little different, but it is the actual table where they all sat. Then, of course, right over there is Bobby's Olympic-sized pool. Yeah, definitely not Olympic size. What they did was some creative magic. They put mirrors in each end of the pool. They took a wide-angle camera. They would pan the swimmers into the water, up into the mirrors, and there was your illusion of an Olympic-sized pool. Now, I don't know how many of you know this, but Patrick Duffy is very, very tall. He was also the man from Atlantis before he became Bobby Ewing, an incredible swimmer. He could have made it up and down that pool in just a few strokes. So what they did, they put an invisible harness on his waist. They tied it off to the diving board that used to be there. So as he was doing his strokes, he never moved. They took that camera, they moved it up and down, so that way it made it look like he was doing laps in our swimming pool. So a couple of the little tricks they did. All right. The next room you're going to see is our beautiful Ewing dining room. We have a mahogany table that will hold up to 14 place settings. We only have it set for 10. We have Noritake china, Yamazaki silver, and of course our 2 Waterford crystal chandeliers. Then across the hall from that is Miss Ellie's kitchen. Now that is the only room in the house that was duplicated on the soundstage. They made it 3 times bigger and they changed the color scheme. Theirs was blues, creams, and browns. But they duplicated our kitchen. That way all of these doors and windows matched up with all of the exterior filming. So I'm going to lead you on down the hallway. There is a ramp at the end of that hallway. Please be very, very careful, don't trip. And I do see a few phones out. You are free to take pictures anywhere you want, anytime you want, as many as you want. You can even use flash if you want to, okay? So come on with me. Here's our gorgeous dining room. And then here is Miss Ellie's kitchen. That is not Miss Ellie in there.
Ça, c'est le bien. Ça, la manger la maman. Quand des bachans de l'hôtel. Originalité de l'hôtel. That's the kitchen. Oh, cuisine à bango. Wow. Mama Barbara, you want to...
You'll be able to get a perfect picture when we come back.
Yeah, good. Good.
I'll show you the perfect spot to get it. And of the chandelier. Yeah, I never cheat anybody in good pictures.
Est-ce que maman va vous
See, I remember most of the time.
Do I?
I remember all the diamond scenes.
Yeah.
They have all their battles.
Oh, yes. No. We now allow people to spend the night here.
I read that.
And if you spend the night here, you get to be in here, have popcorn, candy, drinks, and watch DVDs of Dallas.
That's so
So that's
fun.
why the flat screen TV. Please continue with your pictures, but everybody is close enough to hear me. I did want to point out we have good old JR over here behind the bar. He is a very friendly guy, and he definitely will not argue back. So if you want, you're welcome to come over. You can pick up a glass, have a toast with JR, and get your picture taken with him. Now, the door going into the bar is locked, so you have to stay on the living room side of the bar, but don't be bashful. Come on over and get your picture with him. Now, I'm going to step out of the way so you can get your pictures without me, but if you want me to take your picture, just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to do that for you.
Would you please?
I would be honored.
Correct. Thank you so much.
Would you like
Put this here.
Absolutely. All right. I do too. You are more than welcome. Anybody else need me to take your picture?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to be.
I'm not going to throw you out. Now you can go.
Go back. Là, Papa Victor. Qu'est-ce que tu veux? No.
Would you mind taking our picture?
I would be happy to. Anybody else want me to take a picture? I'm going to have you come back down here, look. There you go.
Ça, les Indiens ont servi ensemble.
All right. Well, speaking of pictures, that picture of Jock above the fireplace is not the original portrait of Jock Ewing that you're used to seeing on the show. In fact, that portrait is the one they use in the
Remontadada na NGIAMA.
Zamba yoka yo Papa Victor. Asa no ça va fête na bango.
V 40e combien 50e
50e année à mariage.
50e année à mariage. Donc ça la mort. Ça vous faites ça pour le théâtre.
Mais baïbo lukambongo ya mindele. Batiango nyonso na marché. Balurum na bango. Dallas. Au premier événement. Non, Papa Victor, jour yo au bala. Au loué kaka. Si ko biso nyonso na ba chapeau à cowboy. Parce que mais na moni paquet na bango mais baza na paquet package donc au kokoya passer week-end awa eza na montant na wana donc au vivre expérience na donc ozolala awa déjeuner na makambo tout kaka ndenge kaka famille oui eza bato mi baloma okosa akeka place mo boya loué na eboye aya lobi ondako na ye nzoka kene na place moko afuti
Tilikolo, oh tilikolo.
Ya munene tu ya likolo na o deuxième salle soko lingi kuna tozwi awa
On est pas concert.
ah penda ko ai ko compter
Wenga muziki yo beta bato.
ndela salle lo na mutema moko ai
Sala tako yango yo.
Nice. So nice. So nice. Makasi. Siko na weekend moko yo mutu moko paquet 1950 de tout le monde kuna. Siko combien de personnes va y avoir?
Ce sont vos années 10 personnes.
C'est vos famille.
On est zaka mo boso. Badi ana bango.
Bati.
Business.
Otien, bon donc pour ça là pour expérience na donc olani awa makamotu kolia makamotu ba fête na bino makamna bino tout. Oh ba musique et tout. Voilà to bi ya Noël, mais mata c'est musicien. Pourtant to vanda on a beau senti bo bet la chose ko concert. Famille NGIAMA, si ko bo wera, o bet la chose concert. Ah, so nice. Famille, oui.
Mais toi, la négociation, au moins, on remarque que tu es blâme.
On dit, oui, bah, t'es fou pour ça. Bon, voiture, bah, ça va autant nango. Voiture, autant nango.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll take a mistake. Do you want to hear some story about it? So, no, it does still run.
What do you?
We really don't drive it. We're actually going to put it in the store eventually, the next couple of years, I say. Do you know much
Si vous voiture au JM, t'as notre mal. On fait une voiture pour toi JM.
Well, this is one of the longest production cars ever built. It's over 19 feet long. The doors are 5 feet wide. It only got between 7 and 12 miles to the gallon, so you probably wouldn't want to drive it now, right? It was the only car that was on the show that was bought for the show. Right? All the rest were rented. So the guy who played Jock Ewing, this was his personal car that they bought for him.
Papa, oui, parce qu'il y a des papas là-bas, il y a des milliardaires là-bas, on connaît famille.
So we had an auctioneer come here unofficially. He was on a tour. He said this would go for.
Tu connais la somme moi article là à récupérer un bon. Il a dit tout n'est à récupérer un bon.
When the actor died, nobody knew where the car was.
Did he ever got like the car or it was?
I'm sorry?
Did he ever got like the car or it was did he ever?
Oh, it was his personal car. So he drove it downtown, went partying in it.
Until now, he's still.
No, he died.
He died.
And after he died, people were looking for the car, and we found it in the barn over there, covered in junk. So we uncovered it, polished it up.
Okay.
Did you like it? It's huge, right?
Yeah. We may organize an event over there.
We'd love to have
Yeah, yeah, two nights ago, but I never been some bomb or go out. Go ya ticket on. And they say, voiture naïe personnel. On va dire au voiture naïe personnel. Et tigala awa, so les autres services na tourisme non, c'est que ba entrer au les autres famille et ba zoa. Parce que il y a PC et ça voiture des personnels on va récupérer encore. Et ça ba investment.
Bonsoir. Dans la famille on va couper pauvre, que kota.
Nice.
Siko baye bokangi boya bakunda bazotambola.
Hein?
Shawi wangu te kosona ta.
Alors, bien exagéré. Papa, oyo? Siko, abo kumadi kwa comment rappelle les francs? Côté la voiture. Donc, je veux un intérêt dans Nazali, papa Nazali m'a dit, papa dit. Alors, il va me dire, oui, au témoigner quand papa n'a aucun droit. Je dis, papa fait ça.